Maybe Otis will get a message.
Hello! Welcome to Warframe. I was going to do something else today, but guess what? I had to babysit the house. I have to babysit the house, and it's going to take some time, and then I have to do a whole bunch of stuff. I don't have the time or energy to do something and be a serious old baby. Be a big old serious baby about things. So instead I'm going to be a baby about metagaming! Oh boy! I want you to strap in your seats and get ready for me being a bitch! Because that's what we're looking forward to. I made a couple of baby notes. Just a few baby notes. So what is metagaming? In D&D, or in role-playing games in general, people get really mad when you're level 1 character you're fighting a troll and you shoot a fireball. The DM goes, no, you can't shoot fire. You don't know fire works. And then everyone's like, but it's a troll. Like everyone, it's like, my God. Knowledge in tabletop games is such a fucking clusterfuck. Don't bother with it. Just don't. Get some help. Just don't, please. You're not going to get anything out of this. Thank you. I don't care about Java. No, I don't care about my web storage either. I've never used this. But people get really upset over metagaming. And, you know how people get really upset over rules lawyering? Like, you can't be or actually, rules discussions, I should say. People get really upset over those. For some reason, people are... And you know how people get upset over backseat gaming? Why does no one get upset over, you know, backseat metagaming? Why does no one go, you can't do that when it's about someone's character? You know, you can't say what my character would do. That's for me to decide. But for some reason, when it's metagaming, it's fine cuz I'm playing D&D as it was meant to be played, because there's a big fucking rulebook somewhere that says this is how you have fun in D&D, and it says you can't do the thing with the characters, because if you do that, you're not having fun. You might notice that I sound like an obnoxious asshole. It's because that's how I feel about those kinds of people. So let's get down to brass tacks. So let's start off with how you can absolve yourself from this, or why this is such a problem. So you're in a party. You're in a party of smart, intelligent individuals who have all gone to Gilligan school, and your wizard is like a billion intelligence. But the person in your team who is like the super smart guy, he has like a math degree, and you're like, this is a maths puzzle. We need to do advanced mathematics. Everyone turns to the fucking wizard and goes, hey wizard, with your 18 intelligence, what do you know about, you know, like binomial graphs? And it's like, I don't know anything about that. And then the math guy's like, sorry, I'm a 6 intelligence barbarian. I never know maths. I don't do maths good. I like to say, don't bother with that. Do what I like to call shared knowledge. Shared knowledge is a simple way to solve the fact that the whole party knows shit. The smartest person on the team is always the smartest person on the team. Sure, he's not playing the level 18 wizard with 20,000 intelligence, but he can be like, hey, wizard man, you know what's a smart thing to do? And you just tell him some smart things to do, and he's like, haha, my idea is to do the smart thing he just said. Team effort, boys. You might say, but that's cheating. Listen, man, there are people out there who can't fucking count to 10 on their own goddamn fingers. They need someone else to count on their fingers for them. You fucking let them. You let the smart man be the smart man. And everyone's like, yeah, good job, smart wizard man. And good job, person who actually figured it out. You're both great people. You fix each other's problems, and as a result, we function as a team. Woo! Zippy skip yahoo! And all that kind of jam. Why do I have a multiplier going on? Because that just gave me 4,400. No, there we go. Oh, it's just, for some reason, I just got a whole bunch of ones. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. I'm not sad. So, let's say that you're level, you're 8 intelligence, stupider than average barbarian, who probably should not be able to read, walks into a store. The guy behind the counter says, well, that'll be 5 gold pieces for every one of them fancy there apples you are intending to buy, my good sir Esquire. I do dem dare declare that you must pay me 5 gold pieces for every one of them shiny apples you're holding in your dem dare hands. The barbarian goes, haha, I know that there's 4 apples, so logically I must pay him 20 coins. Wait! The wizard slams his hands on the table, curls his nails, chokes the barbarian, and tells him to shut the fuck up! How do you know multiplication? He shouts, as everyone freaks the fuck out. The GM goes, what are you talking about? This fucking man grew up in the wilds amidst animals. He knows nothing of multiplication. And then someone else goes, well, I guess that makes sense. I guess he wouldn't know multiplication. And the barbarian goes, but wait, I once picked up a book about mathematics. I know how to multiply 4 and 5. And the wizard goes, no, you fucking don't! Schools don't exist in this fucking world, you fucking asshole! Note how this situation hasn't actually given anyone any good fun and just let the wizard complain about a bunch of shit? Notice how that made me angry, because it's such a bullshit situation. How would a barbarian know how to read if he grew up in an environment where he can... You want to know why they got rid of barbarian illiteracy? Because it doesn't do anything for anyone. Oh, my barbarian can't read. Better push the wizard in front now. And the wizard's like, okay, I take a step forward and I read. So because the barbarian can't, woo, waving the flags, having so much fun, having to exchange places in a non-threatening situation. Yay! What fun we're having organizing our group's marching order. What is gain for metagaming? Like, the only thing you get out of it is you get a stronger role-playing experience, but what if no one fucking cares? What if no one fucking cares? What if your whole party doesn't care? What if no one is gonna go, well, I shouldn't be able to know that, so I guess I'll just kill myself. I guess I'll just die. No, that's not fun. No one's having fun. No one's having a good time. Like, maybe if you're role-playing and you're like, hardcore role-players, my character wouldn't know that, so instead he's gonna make this stupid magician. Nah. So let's say you're fighting trolls, or you're fighting something that's like a troll. Well, and the GM goes, well, you can't kill him, because the only way to kill this mythical being is to submerge him in cheddar cheese, mayonnaise, and Chardonnay under a half moon, and you have to stab him with a spoon. Great. You just reinvented the fucking wheel, and you know what was gained? Nothing! Congratulations, you have won the prize of arbitrary solutions. Your reward is no one cares. No one's going to figure that out, you stupid piece of shit. How the fuck is anyone going to figure that out? Unless there's a book written, in which case, why don't you just have someone already know that in advance? Because that sounds like something... Like, no one fucking cares about the trip to the library. No one's like, oh, sweet, I get to go to the library. That's why I'm playing a role-playing game, to go to the fucking library. And then the GM goes, but this library doesn't carry that book. Wah, wah. Guess you're gonna have to go and spend 12 weeks going to the capital. And everyone's like, we don't want to go to the capital, we're having such fun in the frontier. And it's like, but you wouldn't know anything in the frontier. People are stupid here. Just like you, because you can't figure out my little puzzle. Notice how at this point you find the GM obnoxious, because he talks like an ass. But it's just, what's gained? What is gained and what is lost? Is a question you need to ask yourself whenever you put something in a video game, or in a game in general. Next up, metagaming is allowed literally everywhere. So, you know how you're playing, you're a board gamer, you play Pandemic. You're like, I'm playing Pandemic, I'm fighting diseases like a doctor would. Wait a second, you ask yourself as you put down one of your cubes in a location. Why am I doing this? My character couldn't possibly know this. So let's say you're playing World of Warcraft, which, in case you didn't know, the RPG in MMORPG stands for role-playing game. Just a little secret. In that game, people make fucking min-maxed builds all the time, and they make character decisions that don't make sense. And so what? Does anyone die? Has anyone had a worse experience? Probably a lot of people are having terrible experiences because it's, well, you're not the right priest build. But putting that aside, that's not really the point here. That's more like matchmaking more than anything. That's not a problem if you're already in a D&D group. I need to put a timestamp so I want to know just how frustrating that was to listen to. The point is, there's nothing gained from the system. There's nothing lost either. Also, backseat gaming and I feel this is the important this is the linchpin. You know how everyone's like, don't backseat game someone's character? You know, everyone's like, hey, that's my character, I get to make that decision. I know that my character has actually studied, like, my character has studied law. Like, he might have 8 intelligence, but he actually did go to a law school and he learned law. What are you going to say? Do you look at his character sheet and you're like, fuck, he actually went to law school. Not only does he have a degree, he has a master's degree in law. He's a barbarian, but he's also a super good lawyer. And so you go and sit there and you go, fuck. That means he's going to figure out the big twist ahead of time. And the wizard's like, but I have a +2 to my intelligence. I should be the one to figure this out. And you're like, but he has a master's degree in law. How the hell could you possibly know more than he does? Nothing was gained and nothing was lost. And nothing in the world could put Humpty Dumpty back together again. Mostly because no one gave a shit. I just, like... It's just not a problem, is the thing. So, let's say that I'm sitting at the table, and my player rolls a 1 on perception. Or he rolls a 1 on sense motive. So he rolls a 1 on perception, and he goes, I know there's something in the room, or I wouldn't be rolling. Like, maybe there's just something fishy about the room. Maybe the character is like, it's too dark. Like, there's not enough light in the room for him to actually see anything. Like, maybe a circumstantial situation. Like, maybe he's distracted, and that's why he rolled a 1. It's like, oh, I was distracted. I'll put my attention back where it should be, and actually pay attention, because I'm adventuring. I need to be careful in these situations. What are you going to say? Okay, so, here's the one that I like the most. Here's the one that I just love pulling up when people bitch. So, okay, I'm actually going to pull up 2. First, you are a lawyer in a lawsuit, and they pull off a piece of evidence that's like him confessing to the crime, saying exactly how he did it, exactly how he did the crime, and then he's like, also, this evidence isn't technically admissible. This evidence cannot be used in this case. And you're like, what? Why did you present it? And it's like, well, no reason. But now you know that he did it. What are you going to do with it? Huh? What you can do, huh? What are you going to do? Can you still have an unbiased, like, report on that case, knowing all the information you do? You see, that's the problem, isn't it? Now, if you want to have a situation where your party's like, I don't know what a troll is, you need to find new players. You're not going to find new players. Because, for one, you're a dipshit GM who wants to piss on his players, so you're already going to have problems finding people. And you're probably going to taint them with your terrible idea of what a game consists of. But putting all that aside, what do you really get out of this? What do you get out of it? I mean, for one, you're backseat gaming someone's character, which isn't nice, and you're doing it under the guise of, this is how a game is meant to be played. That's mean, and that's rude, and I think you need to, take a lie down, stop choking the barbarian. He has all the right to know this. He has a master's degree in law. He's going to sue you, and you're going to lose the suit. Listen, I know that you're upset, but he has a master's degree. It's in his character background. So, let's go over to another one that I like a lot. You're standing in front of the shadiest fucking character in the world. Oh my, is he shady. He's stippling his fingers, drumming his fingers together. He has his hands right up to his mouth, and he goes, oh, I am such an evil schemer. And your character's like, oh, he's scheming. Look at him, Machiavellian schemer. You roll a 1 on your sense motive check, and you have a -2 modifier. You literally are dumb as a brick. But what if your character's like, I have a hunch like, sense motive to me is, you know, sort of. If you fail sense motive to me, so, like, you can still have a hunch. You can still be like, I'm doubtful. Like, I don't trust this guy. Because, fun fact, the players walk up to the biggest, baddest evil in the world, and they pull out their blades, and they go, you have no reason to fight. Your daughter, who was kidnapped by the King of Dordain, has been freed. We have made sure of it. You can stop your evil conquest and lay down your arms. This guy has no reason to assume this because he knows the King of Dordain is not going to let his fucking daughter go. And he knows that you're not going to break the law because you're a bunch of lawful good paladins. You're not going to break the law like that. You're goody two-shoes who kiss people's rings just because they ask you nicely. And so, no fucking sense motive or bluff check is going to make that motherfucker go, I believe you now. I have a reason to believe my arch enemies over the course of this whole campaign. No. To me, it's like, no, that's not a dice roll. They just won't believe you. But I rolled a 21 on my bluff. Yeah, good, you rolled a 21 on your bluff. Guess what, motherfucker? He's not gonna believe you no matter what you say. Like, again, if you have like a nat 1, what does it really mean? Does it really mean your character suddenly is like, okay, I believe them. I have no further questions. Maybe your character just doesn't understand what's wrong. Like he just sits there and goes, and the guy explains, you must go to the kingdom of San Samadaman, and you must free the Queen of Elizabeth. For she is trapped in the deepest and darkest of dungeons, and she will not be let go until we pay 1,000,000 gold pieces. Your character rolls a 1 and goes, I know there's something fishy, or there has to be. There could be something fishy. Maybe nothing happens. Like, maybe you're just rolling to make him go, oh no, suspicious. But what if he lied he lied about the queen? Maybe she's just a princess. Maybe he lied about the money. Maybe it's just like 10 gold pieces. Maybe she's not even in Samsaran. Maybe the whole thing is a trap. A 1 can mean so many things, and your character can still be suspicious. It's just that he doesn't know what to be suspicious about. Okay, you rolled a 1, and you don't know where the traps are, but you can still be like, I know there's traps in this room, because this room looks really fucking suspicious! There's nothing in this room except for a wire! I don't know what the wire does, but it's there. Like, they didn't notice the trap, but they did notice the wire, you know? Like, you can get a 1 and do that. Like, he has plus 21 to his fucking perception check. Of course he's going to notice the fucking wire, just not the trap, maybe. Like, play with your rolls, have fun. Don't, also, and this is something out of the metagaming, don't make people roll for shit you don't want them to fail or succeed on. Don't. A 20 is not an ad success. I hate that system. I hate that they're putting it in Pathfinder, because it's going to make a lot of people fucking pissed. Also, it's probably going to encourage proper DC setting instead of people just being like, "Oh, you're out of 20, I guess you're in." No. You need a stern talking to there, fellow Bobby Bailey friend. I'm hot. I'm sweaty, and it's been 50 minutes, and I think that I've gone too long. I think by now you've gotten the point. I think by now you've understood the problem with being angry about metagaming. Nothing is gained, nothing is lost, and you're just being a big, fat, butthurt asshole about a whole bunch of nothing. Now sit down, play the game. Appreciate the fact that pop culture exists even in D&D land. Of course they know what a troll does. Of course they know this Vizier is fucking suspicious. But they rolled a 1 on their sense motive. Well, that literally everyone in town just fucking told them the Vizier is fucking up to something. They just don't know what. They don't know what part he lied about, or if he's even lying to them specifically. Maybe he lies to everyone but the heroes. Be creative. Or just don't have him roll. Well, there's no way you can make it. He's a fucking trained politician. He's been a politician for 15 years. There's no fucking way a bunch of level 1 idiots are going to see through his lies in disguise. Like, sure, he's steepling his fingers, and the players can be like, "I'm suspicious," but they're never going to know what he's lying about, because he knows perfectly how to mask it. They know he's lying, without the roll. Because here's the thing. How can you split things up? There are people that are, like, transgender, you know, and they can never split off the knowledge that they know that they were born male. They can do all the surgery. They can look exactly like a lady, and of all the parts, but they can never forget that part, and they would love to forget that part. Think about that. And you're upset about those fucking people. How dare you remember that you're a man at some point in your life? That's evil! You are ruining your transgender transitioning experience. And you just slap them across the face, tell them to go back, and come back when they're unwilling to admit that they were ever something else. Good job. That's very mean of you, and insensitive. And also, you're controlling someone else's life. And how is that any better in a game that's supposed to be fun, where everyone is having a jolly old time, eating Jolly Ranchers and smacking each other up the head with rolled-up character sheets? Nothing quite like the scent of rubbed-off ink on my face from a freshly printed character sheet. Just think about it, and you'll realize that in the end, you were an asshole all along. But at least now you can do something about it, you dipshit.